Welcome back to our channel. Today's a beautiful Friday, but I have to be honest with you guys. The drama happening in Port Charles right now has my blood pressure through the absolute roof. Grab a snack and get comfortable because we have a massive amount of chaos to unpack. I cannot believe what I am watching right now. Are you kidding me with this? I've been watching this show for years, and I have never been so stressed out in my entire life. Cassius, who I am so incredibly sick of calling Nathan West, by the way, because it is such an insult to the real Nathan's memory, has officially crossed the line. He actually abducted Josslyn Jax and dragged her off to Windermere. I mean, we all knew Josslyn was playing with fire when she started pumping him for information about Cesar Faison. You don't just go poking around in the Faison family history without getting burned. But to actually grab her and turn her into a hostage on Spoon Island, it's absolute madness. I am typing this late at night because I am literally shaking with rage and adrenaline. And I just need a vent to people who actually get it. So let's talk about Carly, because her reaction on Friday, May 8th, is going to break my heart and stress me out all at once. Trina Robinson gets Carly on the phone and admits she is terrified because Josslyn has completely pulled the vanishing act. And you know Trina is not one to overreact. Trina and Josslyn have been through hell and back together. They survived Esme Prince's insanity. They survived the hook killer. They survived everything. If Trina is worried, it means things are bad. Carly immediately goes into full-blown panic mode, and honestly, can you blame her? Her daughter is missing, and she is currently tangled up in the messiest, most dangerous mob and WSB spy drama we've seen in years. But here's the part that really gets me. Carly runs to Valentin Cassadine, who is still hiding in her attic, by the way, which is a whole other level of crazy that we don't even have time to fully unpack right now, and tells him she has to go find Josslyn right now. And who does she blame? Jack Brennan. She actually worries that Brennan sent her daughter away just to punish her. I mean, it makes total sense from Carly's perspective. Brennan just found out that Carly has been hiding Valentin and sleeping with him behind his back. Brennan's wrath is terrifying, so of course Carly assumes he retaliated by taking the person she loves most. It's such a tragic misunderstanding, because we know Brennan didn't do it, but the tension is just so delicious. Will Valentin risk his freedom to help Carly look for Josslyn? Because if he steps foot outside that house, Brennan will have him arrested in a heartbeat. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, back to the real villain here, Cassius. Britt Westbourne is going to find out what her fake twin brother did. And she is going to completely lose it on him. And I am so here for it. Britt lashes out at Cassius on Thursday's episode, completely ranting at him for being so incredibly naive. Cassius actually thinks he can just stash Josslyn at Windermere and everything will be fine. Is he delusional? Britt tells him it is pure wishful thinking if he expects Josslyn to survive her stint on Spoon Island. Because let's look at the facts here. Jen Sidwell and Ross Cullum are ruthless. Britt knows exactly what these men are capable of. Remember, Cullum is the one who literally stabbed Marco Rios to death in cold blood. If Cullum finds out that Josslyn is a WSB agent, he will not hesitate to wipe her off the map. And Britt knows this. She is absolutely fretting over what Sidwell and Cullum will do if they discover Josslyn's true identity. Plus, let's not forget the history here. Britt saved Josslyn's life from the hook killer on the docks. She put her own life on the line for this girl. She is not going to just sit back and let her psycho twin brother serve Josslyn up on a silver platter to a bunch of murderers. Britt has been pushed into a corner for months over her Huntington's medication. But this might be the thing that finally makes her snap. And then we have Josslyn herself in captivity. My heart was in my throat watching the preview. Josslyn gets a visitor in her makeshift cell at Windermere, and she looks absolutely terrified. She asks, "You're planning on killing me, aren't you?" Who is she talking to? Is it Cassius coming back to check on her after getting yelled at by Britt? Or is it Pascal, who might have been tasked with babysitting Windermere's newest hostage? Pascal is already unhinged and grieving Marco, so if he's the one guarding her, Josslyn is in serious danger. Windermere has such a dark history of being a creepy fortress where people get locked up. Remember when Nicholas kept Esme in the tower? This castle is cursed, and I am dreading what happens next, but I also can't look away. Meanwhile, over at General Hospital, we have a completely different standoff happening between Jack Brennan and Ross Cullum. I know some people are loving this whole WSB power struggle, but personally, I just want Cullum gone. Brennan actually tries to drop some hints, hoping Cullum will just pack up and exit Port Charles. Brennan acts like he assumes Cullum wants to resume his duties elsewhere and leave the town where he got shot. It's a smart play by Brennan trying to subtly push his rival out the door without causing a massive scene. But Cullum is not having it. He looks Brennan dead in the eye and says, "Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not going anywhere." UGH. I wanted to throw my remote at the TV. Why won't this guy just leave? but we know exactly why he's staying. He wants to find out who shot him on Pier 55. He knows Jason didn't do it. He knows someone else was there. And we know it was Rocco Falconeri. The fact that Rocco's secret is the reason Cullum is sticking around is just adding so much anxiety to this entire storyline. If Cullum stays, Rocco's in danger. Jason stays in WSB custody. And Josslyn's life is at risk because Cullum might figure out her WSB ties. It is all connected and it is brilliantly stressful. Dante is investigating. Elizabeth is piecing things together and the walls are closing in on everyone. Okay, let's take a breath and talk about the other massive mess happening right now. Ric Lansing and Ava Jerome. Can we talk about this? Ric tells Ava that he intends to follow through on their plan no matter what. What plan? These two are always scheming, but this feels different. They are having this super hush-hush conversation. And guess who walks by and gets suspicious? Molly Lansing. Molly is already dealing with so much with her surgery recovery and her relationship with Cody. And now she gets a glimpse of her uncle conspiring with Ava. Molly is definitely going to start digging and, she won't let this go. She has that Davis family investigative instinct and she is going to want answers. And because in Port Charles, secrets spread like wildfire, Sonny Corinthos is also completely paranoid about Ric. Sonny is convinced that Ric is planning to stab him in the back. Why? Because Ethan Lovett, who I am so glad is back, by the way, spotted Ric and Ava together at the Metro Court Gardens and ran straight to Sonny with the intel. So now Sonny is venting to Alexis Davis about Ric being a traitor. It's classic Sonny, jumping to conclusions and trusting the wrong people. Alexis is already stressed out about Danny wanting to join the mob to save Jason. And now she has to listen to Sonny's paranoia about Ric. But here's the twist that I actually love. Sonny is mistaken. Ric isn't actually a traitor this time. I mean, sure. Ric has a history of being the absolute worst. Remember when he locked Carly in a panic room? Yeah, we don't forget. But right now his deal with Ava is something else entirely. And Sonny's paranoia is going to cause a massive rift for no reason. I'm here for the drama, but I also kind of feel bad for Ric. Am I crazy for saying that? Probably. But he just asked Elizabeth to go away for the weekend, and he is trying to prove he's changed. I need the truth about his deal with Ava to come out before Sonny does. Something he completely regrets and ruins Ric's chances with Liz. Let's shift gears for a second because I need a palate cleanser from all this mob and kidnapping stress. Trina and Gio Palmieri. These two are settling on an agreement, and it looks like they are making a pact about their music. We saw them perform at the Charlie's Pub reopening, and they were absolute magic together. They are both considering their next options when it comes to performing, and honestly, a musical collaboration is exactly what this show needs right now. It's light, it's fun, and it gives Trina a break from all the heavy trauma she's been carrying with the Drew Kane shooter secret in Jordan's car crash. I am so rooting for them to just have some fun and make beautiful music together. But of course we can't stay happy for long because Valentin Cassadine is making moves. Valentin reaches out to Nina Reeves. Remember, Valentin is trying to convince Carly that Nina is their best weapon against Brennan. Brennan is blackmailing Nina with that traffic cam footage of Willow, and Valentin wants to use that dynamic to their advantage. Nina is caught in the middle of this massive WSB war. She's being manipulated by Willow, and now Valentin is pulling her back into his orbit. I don't know how Nina's going to get out of this without someone getting seriously hurt, but I am terrified for her. And speaking of Willow Kane, I have to talk about this because I am losing my actual mind over her storyline. Willow remains completely confident in her scheme to score leverage on Drew Kane. She literally paralyzed the man, confessed to Nina that she did it, and is now strutting around like she's the ultimate mastermind. I mean, the audacity. She is so self-righteous, acting like she's protecting her family from Jacinda, while she is literally committing attempted murder and holding Drew hostage in his own body. She thinks she can just manipulate everyone, including her own mother, and get away with it. But Willow has no idea what is coming for her. She thinks she has Drew totally neutralized, but Elizabeth Baldwin is out here offering Drew communication tools. If Drew can blink out an SOS and tell Liz what Willow did, Willow's entire house of cards is going to collapse. And honestly, I cannot wait. I am counting down the days until Willow gets exposed. She has gone from this sweet school teacher to a Dawn of Day survivor to a full-blown unhinged villain. While I love the drama she's bringing, I desperately need to see her face the consequences of her actions. She is so smug right now, and the fall from grace is going to be epic. So yeah, Friday's episode is going to be an absolute roller coaster. Between Josslyn fighting for her life at Windermere, Carly's desperate and panicked search, Britt's absolute meltdown over Cassius Cullum's stubborn refusal to leave, and Willow's impending downfall. I don't know how my heart is going to take it. The writers are really firing on all cylinders right now, weaving all these storylines together. I just know I'll be glued to my screen, yelling at these characters like they can actually hear me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I definitely need to share this with people who get it. Are you as stressed about Josslyn as I am? Do you think Ric is actually innocent? Let's talk about it.